draw the nose. Boom. First curl the nostril. We get the flat line that is angled with the hairline. The center line is actually happening this way. Let's start boom. When you drawing children, when you're drawing children, the the facial expressions and things like that, it's a little bit hard to capture because kids don't have a fully developed face. So you do get less features to work with, so you need more shadows to be in play. As you get older, you have wrinkles and other stuff like that, which is which makes obviously adults and portraits much easier. Okay. All right, bring this in just a little bit right there. A shadow, let's shake this in. I'm gonna erase these shadows once it's time, please. I do not want the pencil to show through my pastel at all. And look at how close does this eyebrow come to the hairline. Still have to give that the um, the feeling that it's a child and not anyone older than this person. So we have to make sure we keep that childlike face present. We don't want that to lose. With children, I believe that the everything is a little bit more scrunching together, and also the for the older you get, your eye line, I believe, is more centered. But with children, it's a little bit more higher, I believe. Yeah, it is a little bit more higher, starting from the hairline. It's higher. Really just varies, but varies on the person and their face. You might bring these eyes down just a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll see. I'm not going to darken this too much. Just let it be known that a shadow does exist here. That we have Angel's Cliff here. We have the lip that starts about an inch down. I'm drawing very lightly now because I would hate to have this show up in my finished drawing. We're going to bring his eyes a little bit closer together. I'm not going to touch the nose because I'm kind of happy with the nose right now. Yeah, I'm happy with this nose. We can build off that. Even if it's not perfect, you can build off of it. I think a lot of people think you have to get it perfect. No, you just need to get it to where you can build off of it. Once you can build off that, you're good. Let's follow this midline. We can start the lips. You can start the lips with some circles if you like. Some ovals, sideway ovals. That helps. Let's get these angles down. This angle is coming out this way. And it actually comes up a little bit closer, maybe around here. Perfect. Line there. Like that. It's good working with pencil because the line weight is more precise versus the charcoal that I use or the vine charcoal that I usually use to sketch out portraits. Get a more accurate sketch. But everything has its balance. And when you have a more accurate sketch, it takes more time. Obviously, you put more time into it because you have a thinner line weight that you're working with. Okay, so right here we have this shadow that comes off the nose. All right, comes down about a couple centimeters. Then we need to look and see when is that other shadow starts. Starts right here. Starts right here. So this is where the lip, yeah, it should build upward like that. Then curve up. Without like that. Perfect. I can erase that second line I got down there. Like that. Okay. We have a smile going on here. So really just a illusion makes it look curved, but it's actually just an angle. That's two angles, one and two, that meet in the middle are curves a little bit past the middle, maybe right here. So we can lay the line weight, or not the line weight, the weight of the top upper lip, bring it all the way to this corner of this shadow here. So it's descending or ascending. We want to look at it. Actually, come. This needs to open with the same width all the way across. Then we get a slight step down. We get all the way across. Okay, next, the bottom lip. So we have this shadow here that implements, that suggests a smile present. So start from there. The line comes down, maybe right like this. All right, so let's make sure we draw that angle right. These small angles, these small things, especially with facial features like the nose and lips, can really alter the likeness. So let's go out, boom, this way. And then we get a flat line, right? It's flat here. So boom, that lip is not big at all. It's almost the same. It's a little bit bigger than the top lip, which is normal, but it's not much bigger. Let's get that. All right, so that line stops right here. Perfect. And then it just comes down that way, right? Now the lips look smaller. There's actually a lot more lip that's coming in right here. So let's get it from here. And it looks small because the shadow isn't defined yet. Right here. This is all shadow, shadow, shadow. We have to make it a little bit bigger. Just a little bit. It's all right here because we're not rounding that part off enough. Around and down, around and down. Slow ascend down, around and down, up and around. Then we get a sharp uptick at an angle, cuts down, just like that, cuts down. Cuts all the way down. And I think we can cut that even more. Let's see, when does this smile stop? It doesn't stop at the end of his nostril. It goes a little bit, just a little bit further, just a little bit. So we have right here. So we'll mark it right here. Boom. And then we're gonna come out like that. I don't like how small this bottom lip is looking. It's a little too small for my liking, but we'll have to fix that by making this line here is actually accurate, but my eyes makes it feel like it's not. Let's come out further from this. There we go. We'll come out further. We'll come out further from here. Boom, like that. Like that. Okay, we'll come off all the way right here. Left fill. Shoot all the way down like that. Just shoot it down like that, and then we'll mark it with the line. Is this line at an angle? No, it's not actually. So let's just go straight. Let's do the chin, and let's see if it's gonna pull it together some more. Okay, so now we can build this shadow here. I'm gonna build this by looking at the shadow shape. It's more of a stretched oval here, or a rectangle, if you will, but the corners are very soft edges. Right? So boom. Let's just shade this in just for fun. Okay, so these are lost edges here. Disappear like a pendulum, and it rounds around his bottom lip. Let's make this a little smaller. See how this comes down about half an inch, maybe a little bit over, right there. Now those bottom edges are defined, so let's get those. We have this cone here, and she match right here. And from there, we're gonna go up, an uptick here, and right here. Now, you're getting these references, you're looking at your reference, you're getting it down, and you're building structure off of it. But when it's time to actually implement your colors and actually draw it and develop it, you're gonna add your own style to it. All right. So this is pendulum. All right. All right. So lower than that, we come down. Yeah. So this was almost a little bit. Probably this was an inch, and this is half an inch actually down here. So down here, let's see. And I drew all these lines out to see, but I think the correct line would be right here, and it's at an angle. We have to show that his head is tilting, right? There's a tilt, and we are getting more of this side of his face. So if we were to do a Loomis, we're getting more of this side of the face. All right. So, and then we're gonna squeeze his face in more. The lips always help show what you need to fix when it comes down to the um, the face structure, or the face size, actually the head size. I'm gonna show you guys how in a second. Good for skills, thank you. All right, so yeah, it's tilted. It's tilted just like the hairline. Those are both the same lines actually, right? Marking it right there. We can erase all this extra line. Extra lines are almost like toning your canvas in a way, because it helps you see. It helps you just see things better, engage things much better. Okay, so we have this at a tilt. Let's tilt this a little bit more. I need to show that his head is tilting. If you don't show that the head's tilting, you can throw your whole portions off. If you're correct about everything else except for the head tilt, throw everything else on. Okay. So now, let's see. Shadow. This comes off here, and this creates a shadow here. I'm not going to draw them in too darkly because you don't need it to be that dark. All right. How long have you been doing this for? I've been drawing for about, well, I've been drawing my whole life, but I started taking it more serious about 4 years ago, 3 to 4 years ago. Good job, my friend. Thank you. Okay, so showing you guys how to get these face angles, squeeze his face in. As you guys can see, his face is too wide here. This is a wide face, but it's okay because now we see it and we can work off of it. All right. So you're gonna go based off the lips. Like I said, I'm not the happiest with these lips right now, but once we put everything else together, it's probably gonna come together. So I'm gonna build some shadow here. This shadow leads down to here, and we have the chin. Now I would not work directly off the chin, looking at the chin. Work off the side of the lip. Look at this lip here, and look at how far does his jaw come down. So I have it all the way out here. That's where my line was. That's about 2 inches compared to his. You guys can't even see it. Wish I could have the picture actually mocked up on here for you guys, so you guys get a better view of the picture. I think this is actually probably a good angle. You guys don't need to actually see me. Okay, so you have this sideline. That's, and I said I'm not happy with my lips right now because even that sideline is out of proportion. But we don't need to be completely perfect right now with this one because it's going to be very expressive once we start working with our pastel. So I'm not trying to reach a level of perfection. I want to reach a level of likeness. I want to show some likeness here. So let's get this lip line. It's really just this line. that's that's getting me. It's killing me here. Sometimes I gotta change the way I'm holding it to get a better grip of it because I'm used to actually drawing like this. And I know I can get much more accuracy when I'm drawing like that versus like this. But you get more freedom and range when you draw like this. Anyways, so I have this sideline. How far down does this lip come? It's not that far. It's not down here. This will throw proportions completely off. I would say it comes down about right here. About right here. That's what I was saying. Not here. It's way too wide. About here. But let's test that. Let's see. We have this shadow here on his lip, that dimple of a that shows that he's smiling a little bit. So let's draw that in really quick. Okay, I drew that in. Now let's see. This is really close to the end of his jaw. It's really close. So let's see. Mine is still kind of far, right? It's either far or my proportions is off in terms of the mouth. But I could bring this up then. I'm gonna bring it up closer. And now that looks much more accurate. Now from there, I'm just gonna draw that line straight out. Just like that. And this basically solidifies that I have that angle intact. I don't need to edit that line anymore. That angle is solidified. And we have the jaw. Now, I mean, not to draw the chin. Now, the chin can maybe be a little bit altered a little bit. Look at this. We have this shadow here, the shadow here. How close is this shadow? Get close to that line. Maybe about here. Yeah, maybe about there. So, boom. Then we have this roundabout here. And it's a flat line that goes straight through. You might need to bring it up just a little bit. Maybe there. Let's erase all this extra stuff now. All right. Oh, wow. Have to hang that back up later. All right. So we don't have to worry about this side of the jaw. We're gonna also curve this out a little bit more when the time comes. I know it looks like he has like an indentation here. You don't need to worry about that. It's not a straight line. We might have to bring it out just a little bit more, just a little bit. Somewhere that we're gonna be happy with. All right, we're gonna try to capture this roundness here. Oh, you tried MJ. Yes, MJ here. We need to capture more roundness here, right? So this is telling me that some proportions is off right now, right? We're gonna fix that right now. It's happening right over here, which like I said before, I think it's the mouth that I really want to fix. That's throwing off my portions right now. There we go. That's what it was. So we just need to fix a couple of things. We get a little wider on this side because we get more of this side of the face. Very nice sketch. Thank you. We need to fix some things right now, but it's gonna come together. There's a lot of things we need to fix. And let's kind of get into it right now. It's funny because I'm doing some really interesting accuracy right now, but it's all gonna get distorted once I switch over to my pastel. It's all gonna get very distorted. Thank you guys. Nice to see you, Trey. Nice to see you too. Thanks for joining me. Are you using graphite? No, I'm using just a regular pencil. Well, yeah, basically 6B. 6B. I'm drawing some shadows in right now. Fight the urge to draw what you know versus what you see. You have to draw what you see versus what you know. It's sometimes a big challenge. I'm not drawing what I know, drawing what I see because if I draw what I see, I'm just looking at shadows. I'm looking at a whole bunch of range of shadows with different organic shapes. And it's easier and better to draw that to draw what I know, much easier and better. So now I'm starting on its eye. Everything I'm drawing is gonna help me get to the end point. It's a puzzle that you're figuring out. It's a puzzle that you're putting together. Like moving all types of things. Absurd. Up. For some more accuracy. Just like that. Getting this eyebrow there. It's really just outward like this. Then it curves very late. If I have my proportions right, it should curve right here. About right there. Just like that. Okay, so building some structure here. This is good. This is really good. I'm drawing this eye in because I know if I draw the eye in, it's gonna help me get this side of the face in. Right? Sometimes you gotta move away from the parts that you stay on for too long. And work your way up to it or come back to it a little later. I love the reason why I love pencil so much. I don't get on here and draw a pencil a lot, but pencil is really fun because, like I said, you get much more accuracy. And not to say that all these portraits would have came out any better, but drawing with pencil is so much more accurate. And I don't draw with pencil enough anymore. I really draw with a lot of charcoal. Charcoal is very fun, but the medium is the line weights is much thicker. Uh, yeah, so it's a little different. All right, so let's draw this eye in really quick, and then we can draw the bottom eyelid, and then we can work our way around to the jaw. Just looking at this shape, I'm not drawing the circle so complete, sketching it out in a very uniform way, or not uniform, but very messy, ununiform way. Okay, so we have this at the eye in. Now let's get this bottom eyelid. A lot of it that I'm doing comes down to looking at shape. I'm not really technically looking at the eyeball itself or the pupil itself. I'm looking at the whites and I'm drawing the whites by drawing the pupil. So I look at this and I'm looking at how much space of whites do I need to be leaving behind. If my proportions are accurate, it will leave me with the right amount. Maybe not exact, but enough to match the likeness. Portraits. Portraits are fun, but a lot of people think that you need to achieve a likeness all the time. You don't necessarily have to achieve a likeness rather than expression, depending on the style that you're endeavoring in. I'd much rather see someone capture an expression of someone versus the likeness. Can I capture his expression and can I capture his smile? It's what I'm going to ask myself throughout this whole portrait, throughout this whole uh, drawing, really. Even when I implement color, can I use the right colors to bring his smile forward, to bring his eyes forward, right? To bring his essence and energy forward, rather than just a likeness of Michael Jackson, right? I want energy to convey through the through the drawing. Essentially, that's what's important for me, at least, when it comes down to drawing portraits, is capturing the essence. The likeness is gonna come almost regardless, but even if it doesn't capture that expression, you could take away all his facial features and just have the silhouette of him, and a lot of people still know who this is. Energy is real, guys. It's completely real. You don't need to see someone's face to know who they are. Let's open this eye up a little bit more. You don't need to. Oh man, I love drawing. This is so fun. I swear I love drawing. Oh, it's so fun. I may be a little too big. Well, not really. Not really, but We're gonna tone it down just a little bit. His eyes is probably the start of his picture though, so I do want to make sure we get that right. You're not gonna get eyes, dude. Give me a run for my money. You can send a DM to me and I can give you some the price ranges. It's- I'm just gonna Open up his nose a little bit more. So anyway, get my family done. Yes, please send an email to me at thirdartsgallery@gmail.com. We can talk about that. I would love to. I do a lot of commission portraits. So definitely we can do that. Okay, so we're not gonna go too crazy anymore. The hard part's somewhat over with. So I'll say I did pretty well capturing this part of him. All right, let's use a pastel. Let's see. Should probably clean my hands a little bit. I don't want to transfer any color over any black over. Can you even finish yet? See how it comes out. Then we'll probably put it up for sale. The main, just gotta see. You gotta see how this comes out. So I'm thinking we're not even gonna use a dark tone. We're just gonna go straight into it with we definitely need white. That's for sure. Regardless, we need white for highlights. Well, we can use a color, then use white on top of that for highlights. So 2 highlight colors. So we're gonna need maybe 4 colors. 5 maybe. We need a dark, uh, second dark, a mid-tone, highlight, and then brights. Yeah. So Hmm. I don't think it's gonna go over my pencil marks. It's not gonna go over my pencil marks. So I have to use dark colors. Hmm. It's kind of a challenge. I don't know if my pastel is gonna go over this. Okay, so we're gonna use color pencil. I really wanted to use pastel. I really did want to use pastel. I genuinely wanted to use pastels, but I just don't think it's gonna work. Of course, I don't have all my. When in doubt, oil pastel it out. Let me get some oil pastels. I know oil will cover it up. I do not want to mess this up. It's gonna be crazy, man. Oil gets close to covering it up, so okay, so yeah, we use oil pastels. It's gonna be crazy because oil is very, yeah, very interesting to say the least. So let's get some of this. She can clear up his face a little bit. I want to clear this up as much as possible. I don't want stuff to come through at all. I know what I need to do, so I don't necessarily need too much of my stencil, you know. One more, we get the eyes on the eye. All right, that's good. That's good. It's much lighter. It's gonna be crazy. Thank you. Thank you guys. I'm like, I don't know what color I want to use. Seriously, man, 'cause I just don't want to watch it. Make either come out looking really good or really bad. So, like, I don't know if I want to go for skin tone or do I want to go for just colors. I do red, yellow, green, and blue. Red, yellow, green, and blue. No, 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 no. We'll stick with yellow. We'll do light blue. We'll do this gray. Jesus Christ, man. Are you serious? Oh, okay, yeah. We'll use purple. Purple will be cool. Which kind of purple is this? Periwinkle blue. Okay, so we use those two. Periwinkle yellow. I had a crimson, that would be nice. I want to keep it warm. Let's keep it warm. Yeah, let's keep it warm. We'll use salmon, which just looks like a what color is that? I forget the name of the color. We'll throw in this russet and one more. Keep it really, really toned and gray. It's gonna either be the best color selection or the worst, but we'll wait to find out. We may throw in black for eyes, maybe. maybe. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's see. This this works. We'll do with it, but if it doesn't, we just botch the whole thing. Let's start with darks. So let's line our thing up from light to dark. Boom, 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 boom. This is gray and white. We'll put that there. I don't know how much saturation I want to go for this. How much saturation I want. But we'll keep it boxy too, so we can add some style to it. Oh, this is actually a very beautiful color, periwinkle blue. I like this color. Think about this stuff like maybe erase oil pastel. So it's like better luck next time if you mess up. You can go over it though, but first I didn't do this eyebrow when I needed to. I wouldn't have the time to. Purple and yellow. Yellow. Let's move up. Let's move upwards. Do this. If I use this, it's gonna go too much into skin tone. It's gonna look like I tried to attempt skin tone. Actually, we can feed this in there a little bit. Just a little bit. But we're gonna smear all of this. I see you have plenty of time. Thank you. Really appreciate it. We're not gonna use black. I think black is too. Just gonna throw off the contrast with the picture. Okay, so you use these two then. We can move up from here. Thank you. Yeah. Then we'll add texture by making it really thick. It's almost flesh tone. Ah, Jesus. I don't want a flesh tone. It's too late for that now. My camera's about to die. So good drawing, thank you. I'm gonna try to do this right. I don't know. This is very new in terms of using oil pastel like this. I don't usually do this, but you gotta explore. You gotta step outside your comfort zone. So I'm aware of that. I wonder if I can use gray to help out with these things. I don't want to saturate it too much right now. So I'm gonna smear a lot of this in. I should have used gray down there. That's what I should have did. Only used white for yellow for highlights. Thank you. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Kind comments. We appreciate it. I need a I need another color. I can't use I can't use gray. I need another color, maybe. Maybe blue. I need it for the midtones. And for the midtone, orange is too loud. I need blue. Yeah, light blue. Yeah. Let's tone yellow down a little bit. With some ochre. This almost looks like ochre, but it's not. It's golden yellow. Now that I know what colors I'm using, I can actually start drawing more comfortably and not so stressed. Let's see what color we want to do the eyes. If we do the eyes black, it's gonna look way off. Maybe we should do purple. Not bad. We're trying. This is my first time actually using pastel like this, so we it's just trial and error right now. A lot of trial and error. Amazing work from them. Watch new videos for just over a year now. Whoa, dope. Over a year. Really appreciate that. It's really cool too. Over a year. Wow. OG fan. Love it. If I had gotten this eye, if I drawn it out better, I think that proportion would have been missing in terms of likeness, but This from Europe. Dope. What's up? What's up? It's getting together so well. I was here. Use outlet fish features. Thank you for coming back. Oh, it did actually come out better than I expected. I was so scared to even use these colors. Like I didn't know what colors I want to use. None of these colors actually coincide color theory wise, but it works. So I don't know. Well, yellow and red go together. Purple and yellow go together. But I feel like the blue kind of just threw it off. But for some reason, like it threw it off, but for some reason it works. It works in this, but my eyes can see that it's kind of thrown off a little bit, but it works because it doesn't serve its purpose as far as the tone that it is. Because I end up manipulating it, using it for two different tones. I don't know, maybe I got a little confused with tones I was intentionally trying to use for it. Because yeah, I had, what tone did I have for this one? I had yellow actually. Actually, not periwinkle. What color is this one? Salmon. I had salmon is supposed to be here. It would have made it look a little more cohesive, but it works. I don't know how, but it works. Got to do these little lip lines. Forgot. Like this, I don't need this to be so present right here. This is too present. It almost makes him look older than what he is with these. But it's there. But it's very, very subtle. Not, but not so subtle to where I didn't need to put it in there. Because it's almost more present than this shadow that's right above it, which needs to be a tone of purple actually, or a periwinkle. I really love this color, periwinkle. It's a beautiful color. I mean, it's purple, but it's a really nice color. I'm used to oil color paint, oil painting colors, so they don't really have a periwinkle. It's kind of just make it. Or like this color. This color is called salmon, but in oil color terms, this would be what is it? Jesus Christ. It's a flesh tone. I forget the name of it. It's really like on the tip of my tongue. What is it? It's gonna get to you. Clearly doesn't matter if I don't remember it. But once I found out what colors I was trying to use, it really did come together. Once I got the flow of the colors I wanted to implement. For I'm gone, just carry on, don't hold no choice. Every time I pick up the sound of my voice, just know that I'm looking down and you smile. Not good things, big or little things, smile. When I'm gone, just carry on, don't hold no choice. Do you do commissions? Yes, I do commissions. Just email me at theartsgallery@gmail.com. This was fun. It's really fun. I think I'm about done. I should probably put the color scheme in there really quick, huh? Cool thing about oil, you can blend all these colors together. I'm gonna do that real quick. See if you can make a color scale. Put some light during the transitions to help it blend a little better. guys. This is really fun. I think I might do more oil pastel in the future because this is actually really fun. Thank you guys for joining me. Till next time.